How does pepsin damage the throat in LPR patients? Imagine tiny enzymes meant to help digest food in your stomach causing trouble in your throat. That's what happens with pepsin in people with laryngopharyngeal reflux. Pepsin is a digestive enzyme produced in your stomach that breaks down proteins during digestion. Normally, it stays in the stomach because it needs an acidic environment to work. But in laryngopharyngeal reflux, stomach contents including pepsin flow back up into the throat and voice box area. This is different from regular acid reflux because it mainly affects the throat and voice, not just the esophagus. When pepsin reaches the throat, it can stick to the lining of the delicate tissues there. Even if the environment is neutral or only mildly acidic, pepsin can stay stable and wait. When the environment becomes more acidic again, pepsin can become active and start damaging tissues. This means that even if you take medicines that lower stomach acid, pepsin can still cause harm because it's already embedded in the tissues. Pepsin causes damage by breaking down proteins in the throat tissues. The tissues in the throat are much softer and more sensitive than the esophagus. The lining of the voice box and throat is made of fragile cells that are more vulnerable to injury. When pepsin breaks down these proteins, it causes inflammation and irritation, leading to symptoms like hoarseness, throat clearing, and a constant feeling of irritation. People with laryngopharyngeal reflux often do not get heartburn like in typical acid reflux, but they have more throat and voice problems. Another way pepsin harms the throat is by entering the cells through a process called endocytosis. Inside the cells, pepsin can damage important parts like the Golgi apparatus and lysosomes, which are responsible for cell health and cleaning up waste. This intracellular damage can cause cells to become stressed or die, leading to ongoing inflammation and tissue injury. Over time, this damage can cause persistent symptoms and even lead to tissue changes. Because pepsin can cause ongoing harm even when acid levels are low, treatments that only reduce stomach acid might not fully help. That's why some therapies focus on blocking pepsin activity directly or preventing it from sticking to the tissues. Understanding how pepsin damages the throat helps explain why managing laryngopharyngeal reflux can be tricky and why a combination of treatments is often needed. In short, pepsin damages the throat by sticking to tissues, becoming reactivated by acid, breaking down proteins, and causing cellular injury. This process explains many of the persistent throat symptoms seen in patients with this condition.